Corey. So the other day we told about Corey Feldman apparently has a documentary, which I didn't know which channel it was playing on. But thank you, Daily Mail, for revealing which channel it's on, because apparently it's on Apple TV Plus. Because the other day I'm like, okay, so where's the documentary at? Because I kind of want to see it. So apparently the other day, Corey Feldman said that Corey Haim M-worded him while they worked on The Lost Boys, which y'all already know is one of my all-time favorite vampire films. Now that Corey Haim's mother has come out and went scorched earth on Corey Feldman has walked back his claims on saying that Corey Haim touched him inappropriately on the set of The Lost Boys. So, in a new Apple TV documentary about his life, Feldman claimed that he was M-worded by his former confidant, Haim, who died in 2010 at 38 while they filmed the 1987 vampire flick, The Lost Boys. They were both 16 at the time. Well, it's funny how somebody said one was 14 and one was 16, but they clearly are the same age. So that was a gaffe on the previous article's part. So I remember I did kind of say earlier that I was like, wait, somebody was like, no, the article says this. So I apologize because apparently now they're saying that they were the same age. But after Haim's mother Judy blasted Feldman over the comments and claimed that he was just trying to keep himself relevant, the 54-year-old former child star has seemingly changed his tune. On Friday, Feldman's legal team told Daily Mail that Feldman's M-word station comments in the documentary were a mischaracterization of his relationship with Haim, and they denied that Haim had SA'd Feldman. Feldman's reps had also said that his statements featured in the documentary only showed him alleging that Haim had made a move on him, and they claimed that Feldman declined Haim's advances. Because y'all went and said in the comments, he was like, let's go fool around. Like, oh, people do this all the time where they SMD each other's peen between me down there. I'm trying to find ways to clean stuff for YouTube purposes. So I'm trying not to get as graphic, but y'all get it. It was like, oh, that this is what they do, or whatever the case was. Because I truly believe, like, yeah, Corey Haim was, and Corey Feldman has admitted that he was abused by people in the industry, and Corey Haim was passed around a bit, and I believe that's where his bout with drugs came about because he was willing to deal with a lot of maybe some internalized stuff that was going on, as well as a lot of the abuse that he endured at the hands of uh, people in the industry. A lot of people aren't strong enough to handle that. Like I just saw a story today, if I'm not mistaken, there was a kid who survived the Parkland pow-powing, unalived themselves. And it's probably because they couldn't handle a lot of the trauma that comes with that. Like people don't realize the PTSD that comes with a lot of these traumatic situations. Oh yeah, you survived a pow-powing, but you don't realize like, okay, you may have survived, but there's that survivor's guilt. There's also that waking up in cold sweats. You're not dealing with your situations. Yeah, you can go and seek therapy, but then there's some people like the quick thing that a lot of these um people want to do is they want to drug you up. They want to put you on these prescription medications. And to me, that's only putting a band-aid on the situation. But eventually you got to take the band-aid off and let the wound heal. And you can't do that if you keep popping pills. Prescribed by your doctor, of course. Which I call some of these people modern day pusher men. I mean, you see what happened with people that were subscribing Matthew Perry and a bunch of others prescribed drugs, right? So they said any article regarding the purported comment that Mr. Feldman claims Corey Haim M-worded him is a sensationalized mischaracterization of the statements made in the film, the statement read in part. Mr. Feldman's statement was that during the filming of The Lost Boys, Mr. Haim sought to mess around with Mr. Feldman. However, Mr. Feldman did not reciprocate his advances and contacted another party on behalf of Mr. Haim. Mr. Feldman's statements that Mr. Haim M-worded him was in reference to Mr. Haim's advances and not physical M-word station. Feldman's legal team claimed. It sounds like a whole bunch of word salad, in my opinion. I mean, even though I'm understanding what y'all saying, but it's like, where did that come from, though? That it was in the article that it said that he did something to him. The part of he declined the advances wasn't mentioned in the previous stories. Unless you're trying to say all the other articles are lying because they were looking to create sensationalism for clicks and likes. So they also said his clarification comes after Haim's mother, who's 54. Haim's mother's 54. She can't be the same age as Corey Feldman. That doesn't make sense. But it says his clarification came as claims Haim's mother lashed out at Feldman on Thursday, alleging that he is trying to keep himself relevant and that her son was not into men while speaking to TMZ. Judy noted that her late son is no longer able to refute the claims and alleged that Feldman is creating another lie to poison people's heads and keep himself relevant. She insisted that there is no way in hell that Corey M-worded Feldman and questioned why would they be friends for so long if this happened? It doesn't add up. Absolutely. And this is what was brought up in the last story that we did. So I was like, but wait a minute. Y'all did a whole documentary. Y'all did a whole, not even documentary, a reality show together. Y'all did a whole reality series together. Y'all were always hanging out with each other. Y'all did a ton of, straight to DVD movies together. So if Corey Haim did all these things to you, why would you still maintain a friendship with him? So yeah, something in the milk wasn't clean at the time. But with me, I always try to believe like if you was a victim of something, we should believe you first. But if Corey, you doing these things where you create narratives and fake news or whatever, so that way you can maintain a sense of relevancy, especially towards someone who's dead and is not here to defend themselves, because you already got people side-eyeing you over the fact that you spread that rumor about Charlie Sheen and wording Corey Haim on the set of Lucas, where you basically, the story was that he R-worded him in between the trailer by putting Crisco in his booty hole and pretty much went to town. That was the story that came out, which Corey's mother, Haim's, Judy, refuted those claims. So I feel like stop speaking on other people's stuff who is not here to defend themselves. If you want to tell your story, if you want to tell what went on in your life and what happened to you, the abuse, your upbringing, being in Hollywood, the it boy of the 80s or whatever the case. If you want to tell that story, tell that story. But don't be out here trying to clout chase over somebody who's dead. To me, it just feels it's morbid, it's tacky, and it's just it lacks couth. So Corey's mother went on to say that he liked women and not men and would tell her, I don't care if someone is gay, but I'm not gay or any of that stuff. Feldman has previously claimed that he and Haim were victims of SA as young actors in Hollywood. Judy went on to say that Feldman always talks about sex and blames my kid for things that he is not here to defend himself about. Furthermore, Judy claimed Corey was always accompanied on set by either her, his father, or his sister, including on The Lost Boys, which is why she believes Feldman's claims don't add up. Judy is reportedly considering taking legal action against the actor. Now, in Corey Feldman versus the World, Feldman alleged Haim as sexually propositioned him while they filmed The Lost Boys. The LA native said he was 16 when he appeared opposite Haim, also then 16 in the film, which was one of the multiple cinema collaborations, one of their their multiple cinema collaborations. And funny enough, when you looked at Corey Haim, he looks much younger because he had like a baby face. Now, Feldman said, when we did The Lost Boys, Corey said to me, hey man, let's mess around. And I said, what do you mean? Nico, what do you mean? Feldman said in the documentary that Haim told him, this is what guys in the business do, right? You S each other's D's or you F around, you do this stuff. And I said, what are you talking about? Well, child, I think he's pretty much spelled it out for you. He said, if we suck each other dick and we fuck around, I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. Now, in the documentary from director Marcy Hume, Feldman says that Haim then initiated sexual activity while they were making The Lost Boys, in which they played the respective roles of Edgar Frog and Sam. Feldman made a reference to actor Charlie Sheen, who has past denied accusations that Feldman made, claiming Haim had said Sheen SA'd him when he was 13 on the set of Lucas, which came out in 85. A rep for Sheen told Variety of the alleged Haim claims, saying these sick, twisted, and outlandish allegations never occurred, period. Now, Feldman said that he was fully understanding of what Haim was looking for from him and decided to oblige him in an effort to make the behavior stop. So you're saying one thing through your reps, but you literally said that he understood what Haim was looking for from him. What was he looking for? And you obliged him in an effort to make the behavior stop. I called him and said, "Come over," Feldman said. "But you know, when you have got somebody who's that's trying to come onto you sexually and you don't want that and you're a kid and you are scared, you do whatever you can to stop it from happening." Well, encouraging it don't necessarily mean it's gonna stop it from happening, it's gonna keep happening. And that's what was happening. I was being M-worded by Corey Haim, truth be told. So this is stuff that literally came out your mouth. So you literally like trying to act like you pissing on our leg and telling us it's raining. Like, what? Like, I can't even take this kid seriously no more. And I used to like Corey Feldman, but if you're out here spreading lies, you need to be. If I was the mother, I would take your ass to court. Now, Hume said the interview with Feldman took place in late 2017 amid multiple accusations against powerful figures at the height of the hashtag Me Too movement, marking an incredible emotional moment. The director said that Feldman was almost reliving what it was like to live in his hypersexualized environment as child actors in Hollywood. The Lost Boys was directed by Joel Schumacher, who I believe was a homosexual, and also starred Jason Patrick, Jamie Gertz, Kiefer Sutherland, Diane Weiss, and Alex Winter. The film, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we don't care. We already know when the movie came out. Now, Feldman in 1986 appeared in the late Rob Reiner Stand By Me, playing the role of troubled preteen Teddy Duchamp. Now, an IMDb synopsis of the film of the new doc reads: Corey Feldman embarks on a surreal rock tour with lingerie-clad angels, facing disastrous events that compel him to confront Hollywood abuse, allegations, and personal secrets. This shit sounds like a mess, but then again, being that it's a mess, I might want to watch it. So they said, it's been the longest, hardest road on a film that kept going places I never expected. She added, after filming on buses and in hotel rooms and flying all over the country with my Canon 5D, endless edits and screenings with Adam Scott Franklin and at Starlene BR. And okay, I don't know. I don't want to say all these fucking Instagram posts names because I ain't trying to figure out what the hell they are. Now she showed up with a bunch of damn people. So she said their fans believe in seeing this through. Today, the Corey Feldman versus the World trailer and pre-order link are available. So it says it's on Apple TV Plus, but now she's talking about is available for pre-order, and the pre-order link and the trailer is out. And is it available for us to watch on Apple TV Plus, or do I got to pay for it? Because if I got to pay for it, I ain't paying for it. I'll just take y'all word for the stuff that came out in the article. But anyway, I think I pretty much said all I need to say about this whole situation as I was going through the article and reading it and all that other stuff. But yeah, if you was out here spreading lies because you want clout or you want people to watch your thing because nobody's going to care about all the other stuff you're doing, like the horrible music that you make, if that's not going to be the hook to get people to watch, you felt the hook to get people to watch is to make accusations that, oh, Corey Haim wanted to fool around and we fooled around and he molested me. And I thought if I kept doing it, it would stop, and it wouldn't. If that's your hook, yeah, you're going to get people to want to watch. But I don't think it just makes you look like trash because now you're backpedaling. So, and it makes it harder for people that actually have been abused come forward because of situations like this. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Whatever your thoughts are on the latest regarding Corey Feldman now backtracking over the fact that he said that Corey Haim M-worded him. Now you trying to backpedal because Corey's mother came out and was like, oh, what you're not going to do is piss all over my child's legacy with these latest allegations. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below. Oh, okay.